Well, this week, lamb and wool producers from across the United States are meeting in Scottsdale, Arizona for the American Sheep Industry Association's annual convention. And as the Montana Ag Network's Russell Nemitz shares, there's renewed optimism within the U.S. sheep industry following the recent successes on the trade front.
Well, one of our biggest ag stories continues to be trade, and why wouldn't it be? You know, since the first of the year, we have a brand new agreement in place with Japan that's now in effect. And of course, just a week ago, we saw the Phase 1 signing with China, plus the U.S. Senate's passage of USMCA. Here at the American Sheep Industry Association's annual convention in Scottsdale, Arizona, trade is certainly on the minds of U.S. lamb and wool producers, with hopes of increased market opportunities here in 2020 and beyond.
Yeah, we're excited about that, the signing of that Phase 1. You know, actually the wool market has suffered terribly. Most of our raw wool has gone to China for a number of years now, and you know, we've lost somewhere in the neighborhood of 80% of the value of that raw wool. A lot of it's not sold. It's still in these warehouses because of that.
The good news is that American wool is still very much in high demand, and not just here in the United States, but around the world. And that's some very good news for wool growers and their pocketbooks.
That's exactly right. And the prices that we received, like you said, in the wool the last couple of years, it has been tremendous. This year was a little more of a struggle, but you work backwards, it wasn't a wreck. It wasn't what people wanted to have, but it still was a fairly significant market, especially on the finer wools. The broader, a little coarser wools, they struggled this past year, but there's new research, and they're always looking for uses for those type of wools to try to garnish more of a market.
A growing appetite in the Pacific Rim for delicious American lamb also has U.S. sheep producers optimistic about the future.
Taiwan opened up about 2 years ago for our lamb, to receive our exports of lamb, and then Japan a little over a year ago. So we have those capabilities that have opened up since 2003. That 2003 BSE case shut down exports overnight, and lamb has not been opened up until the last 2 years. And ASI has been working on that for a long time.
So indeed, some very exciting opportunities for U.S. lamb and wool producers. Reporting from the American Sheep Industry Association's annual convention here in Scottsdale, Arizona, I'm Russell Nemitz, MTN News.
A couple of the other priority issues of the American sheep industry include mandatory price reporting and finding a permanent solution to the ELD and hours of service issue for livestock haulers.